What's going on this morning? Coach Jack Daniels at the Boxers Trainers Channel. And welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we have I mean, an accomplished person to talk about, right? In the sport of boxing, right? That there's a lot of, outrage, dislike, love, for this particular person, right? Me personally, I love this brother. You know what I mean? I love him because I have had firsthand experience with him, right? And we have had turbulent times, but we have had good times, right? And as of late, we have came to a understanding, right? In the sense that we have to stick together as people. We and I mean and I can't stress that enough. We need to stick together as a people. If we are to ever prevail, right, to be in a position in life, right, that we can conquer, right, instead of being divided, which has been historically the thumbnail of how we have been um, treated, right? We have been actually treated to, no, excuse me, trained to be divisive toward one another. Like if you think about the word divisive, right, it means that as a people, we tend to be more against one another than for one another. And I find that to be outrageous, but it is a fact, and we need to dispel that fact. So, being in relationship with people like Bill Haney, uh, and knowing that his intentions are to do good, especially in the world, brings up the subject that we have before you today, right? Bill Haney, right? The renowned boxer son, dual, and entrepreneurial, right? Bill Haney actually pulled himself up by the bootstraps to make a success for him and his family, right? Quite naturally, there was others involved, especially as it pertains to Devin the Dream Haney, his son, the former lightweight champion, the former undisputed lightweight champion, first of the four belt era, right? At the 135-pound division, right? He did something historical in nature, as is the case with him becoming undisputed, the first in the four belt era to be undisputed, right? And I might add, at a very young age, right? I think Devin was 25, 24 when he became undisputed, right? And it was a big thing, right? I mean, boxing was up and down with that because of their love hate relationship with Bill Haney, right? And it's okay. Bill doesn't have a problem with being the hated one, right? It makes for good conversation. You know what I mean? It makes for good conversation to be in a position either you love or you hate. Unfortunately or fortunate for Bill is on the hate side, but Allah knows best. For all that we do. So, a shout out to Bill Haney. I wanted to share a video that Bill, actually, it's a short, right? And it's kind of like in representation of the the wittedness, the witty thought process of Bill Haney. Now, I don't believe that this is scripted. This is Bill Haney at his finest, right? Take a look.
The world is cold. New York is cold, and it just got colder. Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez Saturday night in the Garden is a hell of a fight. Turkey Al-Sheikh, the commissioner of boxing, the true commissioner of boxing that has dispelled any narrative that the big fights couldn't happen, have did the unthinkable. and brought in Debo, Devin the Dream Haney for the live fight broadcast. And both of you is on the list.
That is Bill Haney at his finest, right? And it's like, unless you really know Bill, right, you would kind of like, well, that's scripted. No, Bill, in my opinion, has a, a gift of gab, right? The things that he says, right, are off the top. I mean, I'm not bragging on myself, but I have to be one of the clever ones to have the gift of gab also, right? And Bill is specifically good at what he does when it comes to that type of a video that's short, right? Bringing the attention to what he does, right? To, I mean, in this case, it's about his son's boxing, right? And how he wants his son to fight the best in the world, because Devin wants to fight the best in the world. That's who Devin the Dream Haney is, right? There's nothing anybody can say about Devin when it comes to who he'll fight and who he won't fight, because Devin will fight anybody. You know what I mean? And I don't know if the narrative is twisted because of the love hate relationship that they have with his dad, and sometimes somehow it kind of like um, kindles a very bad taste in people's mouth towards uh, Devin, right? But at the end of the day or night, Devin does what Devin do, and that's box, right? Devin again will box anybody. He's been known throughout his career for not turning down a event. Devin will fight anybody if it makes sense. I mean, uh, physical sense or monetarily, right? Now, we know that Devin seeks to have a productive career, right? His legacy, he means to make it mean something. And at this juncture, what is it, 33 and old, right? He's climbing that hill to Mount Rushmore. I mean, that's what boxers should do, right? They put a lot into. I'm talking about the great ones, right? I'm talking about those that put in the necessary work, right, to get to Mount Rushmore, the Mount Rushmore boxer. Everybody doesn't do that. A lot of these cats, I'm not going to be specific and just throw their name under the bus, right? But they get these titles, and that's what they do. They get them and they milk them, right? They do that because they do not want to run in the ring with somebody who is capable of challenging that belt, right? Unlike Devin Haney, which, by the way, is a three-division world champion. Three-division world champion, right? Lightweight, junior welterweight, and welterweight. You know what I mean? And at his tender age, there's still room for more greatness. This is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for him to run through this welterweight division and go up to 154. Go up to 154 and possibly to middleweight. Who knows? Again, young Devin is only 28. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of room for possibilities. If in the event that a person wants to elevate to those degrees, and I believe in my heart that Devin the Dream Haney has that type of heart where he believes in himself to the point where he can elevate to the level of Mount Rushmore boxing. Coupled with the fact that he has an excellent promoter, trainer, and manager, Bill Haney, right? This is what this is really about. This podcast is really about Bill, right? But how can you not speak about the element behind Bill, which is his son Devin? Great team, great team. And For me to be in a position where I can talk to you firsthand about Bill Haney and Devin Haney, it's an honor. It is an honor. Shout out to the chat. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more. 1969. Salute to you, sir. Yeah, but I just wanted to come on and share this little time for Bill. You know what I mean? Bill's a great kid. Excuse me, great guy, kid. Bill's a great guy. You know what I mean? Contrary to the fact that a lot of y'all think otherwise, and that's okay. Again, we'll revert back to what I said about the uh, uh, love hate relationship, right? Bill Haney is capable of sustaining all that and more. So, that being said, a shout out one more time to Bill Haney and Devin the Dream Haney. And I look forward to them having a immense amount of success. That being said, hit the like button, hit the subscription button, drop a comment in the comment section, and let me know how come. Let me know if you like or dislike Bill Haney and why. That being said, a shout out to the chat one more time, Bruce. I love you, brother. Out. I am out.